Good afternoon, good morning, depending on wherever you're watching from. Well, across the globe. It's lovely to have your company on a Monday noontime, or as I say, early in the morning. Gosh, it's been a long time since I've been on this side. Just feels alien. I'm sure it'll just come back to me after, well, a couple of minutes or so. But we've got a jam-packed day coming your way. We're going to then end the day later on with a beautiful, beautiful craft along. But what we are going to be doing is we're going to be kick-starting with a brand new launch, something that I think works well together because, as I say many times, a lot of you say, how do you work a sentiment with the focal point? Well, this is going to kill two birds with one stone. You're going to find everything already across on the website, crafterscompanion.co.uk.com or .eu. Have a little peruse while you're there as well. Maybe stock up on some essentials, some cardstock. Maybe you've missed some of the recently launched items. Check that out. What about, of course, the sale that's still there, the outlet sale? There's some, you may find some newer items that have been launched as well. So do have a look, keep an eye, and then just stock up on some goodies. Now, of course, with having your company throughout the day, she is back. It's been the longest 6 weeks of Crafters TV life. It's been the longest 8 weeks of my life, and I am telling you, when she walked in that building, I just about jumped on her to give her the big. I was trying to be careful, of course, because if you have seen Debbie's Instagram story yesterday on Debby Robinson CC, well, do you know what? She had an awesome weekend, let me put it that way. She's back again, Debbie. Debbie's back.
Yes, I am back. Oh, I'm coming back on a really good day with a brand new launch.
I know.
I'm super excited. And yes, indeed, you ladies and gentlemen, he did pounce on me and throw his arms around me and forgot that I'm sore everywhere. I'm literally black and blue all over. Oh, Craig, took a tumble. I would like to say that I'd had one too many cocktails, but we'd only just started.
That's scary.
Exactly, but yes, I had a good time. For those who are thinking that I'd gone on my jollies, no, I haven't. I've just been somewhere else.
No, you're not Ben. You're not Ben.
No, I know. No, I haven't done a Ben. I haven't done a Ben. He's still. Do you know, he rubbed it in the other day. I'm my second week now. Look, I'm like, come on, mate. But I am super excited to be back. And I am even more excited that I get to work with lovely Craig, because Ben, you can stay over there for a little bit longer while I get to enjoy being with Craig today, our lovely Debs later on this week. So really excited. And I'm just going to show you straight away. Let's get straight into what we've got on today's show, which are these lovely sentiments. I say sentiments, but it's these frames, these gorgeous frames, these sentiment frames, where you not only get a die in there, but you also get some stamps as well to be able to pop whatever it is that you want to pop into that centre. I'm going to show you some, I say basic, there's nothing basic about these, let me just tell you. They're going to be perfect for paper piecing, for colouring, for using with things that you might already have in your stash from the dies. Remember the dies, Craig? Mm-hmm. Love those dies.
Look at that.
You can make them as big as you want, as small as you want. You can take them into all of your different styles of cards. I love this diorama that Leslie's done. It's absolutely beautiful. Think about what else you could use them for. Love the name setting. I think the name setting is just absolutely fabulous. It really is gorgeous. But then again, you could be doing it in box making. So box making, you can pop that into your fancy boxes. And when I say fancy boxes, I don't think you could get any fancier than this. This is beautiful. Because we've got Easter covered in here. We've got festivities covered in here. What about your envelopes? This is a beautiful envelope made, and having that as a focal point on the front of the envelope. That really does elevate, especially if you make to sell. That's going to elevate things if you've got like a matching card to go with it. And then, of course, your traditional gift boxes as well. They're absolutely fabulous. This is a big launch as well, Craig. Even when I thought, oh, we must be doing this in like a two-sitting. Do you know, like you do one bit
thought same.
and then the other bit, and they went, no, it's all of them. I had to choose my favourite designs. Very difficult, let me just tell you, because I love them all. I think they're all fabulous. But so many different ways that you can use these sentiment frames as well. Like I said, it's not just the dies. There is stamp sentiments in there as well. And I can't wait to get started, back with a bang. So I'll get ready for that bit.
You do that.
And I'll throw back over to you, Craig.
Awesome. Thanks, Debbie. We'll come back to you very, very shortly. Of course, today and all throughout the week, get your love in for Debbie. Just to say as well, so Debbie Fisher was meant to be in today. She's feeling a little bit under the weather. Should be back the rest of the week. So, Debbie, if you are watching, send in love. Also, send in love as well to Becky, because Becky was fantastic last week. It's always a joy to get to work with Becky, and I know you guys loved seeing her on this side as well. I think, you know how on like this morning and that, when they go on their summer holidays like they have now, they've got the stand-ins. I think Becky should be Ben's stand-in. I think that would work really, really well. She would have been in, but she's all... Everyone's on holiday just now. Everyone's on holiday just now. But I have to say, all well deserved. Now, before we go into the brand new launch, we've got Rachel on the socials today. Lois is in saying good morning, everyone, from Ohio. Well, good morning to you. Kirsty D is saying, hi, everyone. Just sat down with a cuppy, been sorting through my crafty goodies. Now I can see my crafty desk because they're all piled up. I can't see my crafty desk because it's all been piled up. Know that feeling? I'm not the only one that knows that feeling. Someone over there knows that feeling as well. Very well. Tez from France is saying hello from an overcast Normandy. It's been up and down this weekend. It's not as nice today, but it was glorious here in the northeast over the weekend. Cat Butt from way up in Montrose. Hi, Debbie, Craig, team, and Crafties. We've got Nicola is in the gallery as well as Jamie. We've got Jake out there, and who's not in today because she's celebrating her birthday, and that is Tracy. So Tracy won't be watching, but wishing Tracy a happy birthday, because we absolutely would be lost without her and Jake as well. So happy birthday to Tracy. Yes, so Kat is saying it's been a while and now I'm back to my crafty fitness. I'm going to love you two cheekies. I'm sure there'll be some cheekiness going on. Our Haley Ralph is saying, hey, Craig, Debbie, Rachel and everyone, hope you're all okay and had a great weekend. My mum's been down for the weekend, so she'll be currently on her way to the train station now. Looking forward to seeing this launch and have the lovely Debbie back. Karen Fisher's in saying good morning from a hot and humid Florida. Mary Beth Doyle saying, hi, everyone from Minnesota. It's been a long time since we've seen Craig and Debbie together. It has 8 weeks since we were together. Karen Fisher is saying, love these. These are the designs for every occasion. Wait till you see them. And then last but by no means least, going back to a comment from Rachel Debbie saying, Debbie, at least, I'm presuming she wants me to read this out, at least you didn't fall into a rose bush like my mother-in-law did at our wedding weekend.
Do you know what, though? Do you know what I did for? And I hadn't realised, but this curb in Sheffield was tiny, and I had these on like a numpty. I've said many a time, I've got to get used to the variofocal bit. And I thought the pavement was bigger than what it actually was, and a little bit further away than what it was, and it wasn't. And it was right outside a pub full of people outside because it was very sunny. So I dread to think what they saw, because my family saw it. They said it was like slow motion, because they saw me topple and wobble and then went flying over, landing on... I'm glad I'm full of padding, because Sarah messaged me over the weekend. I said, I'm glad I've got a bit of padding on me. That's all I'm going to say. Save me from breaking any bones. But yeah, just a bit battered and bruised and bruises all over. But hey-ho,
hey, we're fine.
I survived.
Isn't it funny, when we've had a few drinks, we always blame the pavement, we always blame a stone, we blame our feet. There's always something or someone to blame other than being there myself. Right, let's dive in. Now, Debbie said this is a brilliant collection for, of course, so many occasions, so much so that the Showstopper is the collection itself. Now, there's 4 Christmas in here, 3 of which you guys will have seen on HSN last week. But if you want to get this whole bundle, here we go. Now, you're going to be able to get them across on the website right now. Now, you're going to get all of these for £96 or $126, but your platinum, $76.80 or $100.80. As Debbie was explaining, and you'll see over the next couple of hours, you've got that framework all the way round. That one there is with love on Valentine's. You've got the love die. You've then got your hearts all the way around framing, and then you've got the panel. But you've got 3 different sentiments as well. These are stamps. Now you can chop and change. Don't have to use them for Valentine's. You could use your own stamps in that as well. Mix and match when it comes to the with love on Valentine's. You've also got best birthday sentiment. Now the concept is the same. You've got that framework all the way around. It's a different design within each one and a different sentiment die, which will also work with the sentiment stamps. 3 sentiment stamps within each one. You're also getting celebration time with the balloons and the champagne glasses, the streamers. you've got the Celebrate die, and then you've also got your 3 sentiment stamps as well. I'll read out each individual stamp once Debbie's done her first demonstration, but they're all individual, and as I say, you can mix and match. What about champagne celebrations here? So framework with the panel, champagne sentiment die with your 3 sentiment stamps. You're then going to be going into Happy Mother's Day. So you've got a stamp that will work for Mother's Day, but of course, not just for Mother's Day, any occasion at all that you want to use it for, but you've got lovely. Now, the sentiment die will work with the stamps, or stand alone, or of course, you can then mix and match all throughout. Now, Mother's Day, we've got Father's Day as well, with that top hat as well, just framing what's going to be the sentiment. You can use it without that centre panel, but you've got the dad, die, and then you've got your 3 sentiment stamps. We'd work with our mail collection if you got that the other month. And then Easter time. What I would say within that one, don't necessarily just think of Easter. Yeah, the die says Easter, but you know what lovely little kiddies that love their bunny rabbits, love little flowers and that, they're going to love that all throughout the year. So one of the stamps being Happy Easter, but the other ones you'll be able to use elsewhere. You've then got that fall feeling. So going into the autumn and fall time, you know, soon, hopefully not too soon, but it is coming. You've got that foliage framework all the way round. Fall sentiment die with the 3 sentiment stamps. Presents and baubles. Now, this is the one that you guys stateside will have not seen on HSM. So although that is presents and baubles, you've got all the presents, the baubles, and then you've got the Christmas die with your 3 sentiments. So that one is one of 4 Christmas within this range, and you'll have not seen this on HSN. Now, the other 3 that you're getting, you guys stateside would have seen these on HSN. Just these 3, or QVC UK here in the UK. If you want to go for the full range, you get everything. You've got Santa's Sleigh Ride, you've got the Ho 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 die with the sentiment stamps. You've then also got your Winter Snowfall, all giving you that framework, sentiment die, and then you've also got the stamps too. And then last but by no means least, Festive Village, which would work with winter without, of course, the Christmas theme. So you're going to be able to then use that Noel die sentiment stamps with, of course, that collection. And that is why this collection is the showstopper. It's big, it's comprehensive, it works for all occasions throughout the year, and that is why we're giving you what you need, and that is the dies and the stamps. £96 or $126, giving you a saving of 20% on today's launch day, but your platinum price comes even down lower to £76.80 or $100.80. If you've not joined Club Inspire, get 20% off your first order. First order, after joining Club Inspire, you get 20% off, which means you would get that at the platinum price. crafterscompanion.co.uk.com and .eu, that's where you need to go. Get your questions in, get your comments in. Just before we, of course, go across to Debbie, within the show, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be giving away 2 of Debbie's makes. So all you need to do is comment. Did you know about that?
I didn't know about that.
No, I didn't know that last week either, but it was me. I hope you won't want to keep it, Debbie.
No, it's okay.
No.
It's okay.
So,
My friend's back into crafting now, so what I used to do for her crafting shop, she now, because she's crafting herself, and I'm pretty sure she's getting rid of all in there as well. So it's absolutely fine. Linda won't mind. Do you know, I was doing a little bit of mathematics. Because in England, so especially the Club Platinum price, because these are 12. Am I right in saying 12? Is it 12 sets? Because I keep looking there. It says 12-piece Showstopper collection. So there's 12 designs altogether.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10,
So I'm not Carol Vorderman here in the UK, old-style countdown girl who did all the maths. £6 something that is per die set for Club Platinum price here in the UK, or just over $8 for anybody stateside as well. That's a really good deal when you're thinking of what you're getting.
True.
And the whole year round. And as Craig's already said, lots of different ways that you can use them, and thinking about, I'd never even thought with that Easter one. My little granddaughter loves little rabbits, so for her birthday, I could put my little happy birthday from one of the other sets into there and turn that into a birthday cake. got Christina's cake on my brain. Birthday card is the word I was looking for. You can mix and match them up and change them around to suit whatever occasion and whatever, because you've got all of them there.
Do you know what I was just quickly thinking, Debbie, when I was going through? Depending on the size of the name, your Gemini Mini alphabet dies.
Yes.
Personalise that little banner as well with, of course, the dies. I know that you guys want to see exactly what you can do, so Debbie, I'm going to throw back to you.
Well, I'm going to keep it nice and simple for the first one, and then we'll take it along its little, you know, with different kind of things that you can use with it. So I've took the love die for the first one. I do love this one, and also I love the fact that all of these pieces create separate love heart pieces. So if you want to create a shaker card, you absolutely can, because how these dies work is that cuts out but stays solid in the centre, and I'll be doing it in one of my demos, but by simply adding that in, you can create apertures, but it could also create a shaker card element to it as well, because that would cut out, and then you put the acetate behind the back, perhaps use that somewhere else, but it creates that lovely cutout feature to create the aperture. So you can use those for shakers as well, which I just think is fabulous. And then of course you've got your love die, but then you've also got love you lots, be mine, and you're the best. Again, like we've just mentioned, if you've got the whole set, you can absolutely be using these with any of them, so without a doubt it's a great set to have, and it's just lots. And again, we've shown you a few samples. If you head over to all the socials, our design team members will be sharing their makes and all their different ways. We'll be having a craft along with this soon as well. I'm not sure who's got the craft along. I'm sure, yes, producer Nick, she's going to have a little look for us, because I don't know, I haven't seen the craft along list for August. Have you, Craig?
I don't know if I have either.
I think I've got, I think, if I remember rightly, I've got Sheena's new one. Is it Debbie? Oh, 5th of August, our lovely Debs will be doing the craft along. That's not long to wait either. That is not long to wait. So absolutely, once you've got in fact, I bet most of you will have got these by the time it comes round to the craft along, so you can craft it along with our lovely Debs. Now, this is what I'm saying about your little spares. Don't be throwing any of those away, because you could use those for little decoration purposes. But it cuts out that solid banner part. Of course, you've got this, which we'll be using in a second. But I'm going to do a little bit of a shadow drop with the first one. Like I said, I'm going to keep it nice and simple to start with. Let me just move all my little love hearts, because I have been collecting these while I was doing my prep.
Oh, have you?
I have, yeah, because I'm thinking, I love adding things like this, little embellishments, extra embellishments on. So absolutely we're going to do that, Craig. So let's pop that on. This is texture card. Do you remember the lovely warm one we did with the pinks, the reds, I found it. Isn't it funny what you find when you're looking for something else in the old craft room? Oh, I've got to do my craft room, Craig. I've got 2 weeks off soon in August, and one of my missions is I'm going to spend a bit of time with kids when they're on holiday, and I want to get away for a couple of days myself, but I also want to get in my craft room because I don't want to go back to 3 years ago, but it's heading that way. Oh, I had little heart palpitations because I'm having to now turn sideways and climb over things, and I'm like, we are not going back to that, girl.
No.
And for all those new viewers are probably thinking, what's she on about? Well, you could scroll back to 3 years ago, 3 years this August. Where
I remember the pictures well.
Oh, that task. Oh, seriously, not good. But I am heading that way, Craig. I don't know about yourself. Are you keeping on top of yours?
No. Oh. So, funny enough, last week, I've not set it up yet, but last week I had to get another single but 4-tier high Kallax unit from IKEA, and that is the last one that I'll be able to fit in my craft room, Debbie. And that's it. I've got no more room for any more units.
Oh no, it's awful, isn't it? It's awful. Yeah, I get it. I did the demonstration at Chesterfield. Bought some stuff. I mean, really, Debbie, what's wrong with you? You've got enough stuff to last you a lifetime.
We can't help it, though. We just can't help it.
You can't help it. Now, I'm just going to add some glue onto the back. I've just seen that I've got a little wayward one. But I'm going to drop shadow it, because I'm going to have me dark over the top. Normally, I would do it the other way around. There's nothing to stop you either way, but for the style that I'm going with, I'm going to go with the dark over the top. Snippability, though, Craig, I keep seeing lots of, like, because I am going to be doing something to show you how with the easel card that we're going to go to next. Oh, why me? Every time.
Nothing changes.
Nothing changes while I'm away. Nothing changes. Always the last bit. And I was going to blame Johnny this time, because Johnny says it's always when I come up that the glue pens are at the last legs, but I can't really blame Johnny because he's not here.
No.
I can't blame Tracy because she's not here.
Well, it was Lily that was on that side.
I can't blame Lily because she's not here.
No.
Are you blaming Lily?
I'll blame her.
You blame her. I'll let you.
She would have been the last to use them, Debbie, so...
That'll explain why we're messy over here. What things people don't know about our lovely Lily. She's quite a messy crafter.
She's very messy.
She's a very messy crafter, yes.
She is indeed.
She's very messy.
Looks innocent, but she's not.
I like her while she's not here. I always get labelled the messy crafter. Let me just tell you right now, I'm quite clean.
I wouldn't go that far, but you know. You've just said yourself your craft room.
Well, I am, my craft room at home. Listen, I've had Scarborough warnings enough from Miss Tracy. I don't want any more. So I get my sweeping pan, I'm out there cleaning up.
See if you don't sweep at night.
Wipe everything down.
Guts for garters, isn't it?
Well, it's not worth the hassle, let me just tell you. It's just not worth the hassle.
To be fair, Lily never sweeps up, so...
Right, so I know I cut a pink one out, but I'm going to put my white one that goes into that centre and lift that up with... Oh, let's get some foam pads. I've had to fetch my own foam pads. The last time I come up here and I remembered they were all little and I thought, I don't want little ones, I want big ones. So I'm going to fetch my own up. So Tracy can't shout at me, these are my own. So I'm going to pop that onto the front and give that a little bit of a lift. So let's get that into that centre. However, I think I'm going to go, rather than stamping, I'm going to use the word love. So let me grab, do you know what, Craig? These are that small as well, some of these elements that you can get your little minis out.
It's funny you
get the little mini out.
Saying that, do you know what I was thinking? The decorative frame. You'd probably be able to foil that in the foil press, just given the outline.
Oh, I like that idea.
Yeah.
I like that idea. I'm just running over here to find what I need, Craig, because literally... Oh, where is it?
I think the Gemini Mini is on the website still, if you want to check that one out. We did up at the end of last week. Actually, Nicola's going to check, because we didn't have a great big stock, but there was up till the end of last week, so Nicola's going to check.
Oh. Now, don't tell me, did Sarah have a special on? Because I know I did miss the Sarah cartload, but I heard lots of good things about the Sarah cartload, saying that there were some deals and a half.
Yeah. There is still a small amount on the website, and that's the Gemini Mini. This actually, Debbie, I'm thinking, this would be a great, you know, starter kit if they're all going to fit within the Gemini Mini.
Well, can I just give you an example? Because I did most of my prep on my Mini. So, because obviously getting your machines out is all good and well, but not everybody can have, not everybody's got craft rooms. I always take it for granted everyone's got a dedicated craft room. I remember when I first started crafting, I had the kitchen table.
Yeah.
I had to share it with, like, there were 4 kids. And me crafting, I mean, it soon developed. I went in static room and had it on the knees because kind of took over my life. But I'm aware that not everybody can have great big machines out and they have to bring them out. So if you've got a little mini, absolutely. And you can see just by looking, it fits on. Every single one of these dies fits on your mini plate. And then, of course, you've got your dies and you just need your stamping platform for your, you know, your stamp option. But yeah, they all fit through there. Let me just get that off there. And then we'll put our little love. Don't know what's got. There we go. I think I clogged it up.
Do you know what? I've obviously dropped mine, and it's just bent ever so slightly.
Can I just tell you something?
Whoa.
So I thought this was designed with a little flick on the end.
Did you drop it too?
Well, I don't know what happened, but mine's always had this little flick. But I think I must have stuck it in, got it stuck, pulled it out, and it bent it.
Got
so
ya.
I thought it was designed. With a little flick on there. And Leann went, no, it's not designed like that. It's a poker tool with a straight end. I'm like, really? So it's just I quite like it with a little pointy end now, so I'm not going to lie.
Little hook.
But it's not the design, Craig. It's not the design. That's not how Leann intended it. So is yours bent now then as well?
It is indeed, yeah. But it was ages ago. I remember dropping it, or it rolled off my craft desk.
Well, don't they all pokey tools?
They do.
I can't tell you how many little ones I've lost over years, because it's like a black hole in my craft room. You put things in your craft room and then you never see them again.
Nope. And then
And
you
it's
have
not
one of
just
those
me.
days that you're searching for something and you come across everything that you think, oh, I'm going to take that out, I'm going to use that.
Yeah.
And it's left at the side until you never get round to using it.
Now I'm just going to put a couple of dots of glue on there and bring up my little sticks to, now what do they call these, Craig, again? Pick-up pencils.
Pick-up pencil.
Yes. Now, Friday. Friday's coming.
It is indeed.
And I've got something on there that will mean I won't probably be using these much longer. That's all I'm going to say.
I know what you mean.
That's all I'm going to say. So yeah, Friday I've got a new launch, which, oh my God, I'm so excited about.
I'm so jealous you've got the launch, to be fair.
Oh, I'm so excited. It's got to be, I know.
Perfect person to launch, absolutely. Perfect person.
Now, I've got my lovely sentiment frame already done. I've got all my little shaker bits there. Oh, I added a little bit of extras as well. Now, you're probably thinking, well, that is only small, so it's only worthy of a small card. Well, you know me, Craig. I like things big. I've said it often enough, and I've gone really big. So I've got an 8x8 card, and you might recognise the stencil. It's one of our lovely little Love Heart big stencils they had with our glitter pastes. And I've just used the colour family of pink because I felt a bit pink. I don't know what's wrong with me. I go through phases, colour phases. I've been green for a long time, and then all of a sudden I've gone into my pinks and my purples again. And I just go through like little phases of colours. And so this is from the pink family, which is your pink, pale pink. Wait a minute. Pale? No, it's not. Pale pink. It says pale pink, isn't it?
Pale pink. Pale pink.
Pale fig? No, that's purple.
Pink tulip.
Pink tulip, thank you very much, Craig. Pink tulip, fuchsia, and plum jam.
Plum jam.
Yes.
Can you go back? What was that middle one?
Fuchsia.
Go back to the fuchsia, thank you.
Oh!
Pink line and sinker.
No! Expect that from Ben, not from you.
Can I just say that I invented that saying?
Well,
and
he tells me that you pinched it from him.
No, people will, of course, vouch for me that I was the one that started it. He's got his own jokes that he can stick to.
Oh, I remember that, Jamie. Jamie's saying his ear. Do you remember that Friends scene where, is it between Ross and Joey? Or was it Ross and Chandler with the joke? Who invented it first?
Is that in that kind of magazine that you can't really talk about?
Yeah, the magazines we won't talk about on air. But yes, I remember that scene very well, Jamie, as well. Got my characters mixed up, but there you go. Now, I've just used the frame. I don't know if you noticed, but my pink piece that I started with actually came from the middle of that frame because I just wanted to make sure I used and got the best out of my cardstock without using it all. So, pop this onto the background. And then I'm going to show you what else I've used. Another oldie but goodie, because this is the thing. You're going to use these sentiments. These are sentiments. Well, end of the day, these are fabulous sentiments that work on any style of card, any size or anything like that. But you've got other things in your crafty stash, and we do. Now, these are my old ones, Craig, but I know we've still got these, and I'm pretty sure. Just check the website out, but I've gone for stitched, and I've used my love hearts because my little love heart is going to sit on there as well. And I did pop a couple of small ones on there as well first, but I'm just going to pop my foam pad backings off.
I think what's good with what you're showing, Debbie, is I know you guys stateside predominantly do your smaller cards. Here in the UK, round about 6x6, 7x7. You know, it's good to see that although they are, you know, they're still sizable dies, but you might think, oh, I can only do them on small cards. This is a good example to show how, no, you can go big if you want.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. You don't always have to stay small. I know a few of our samples, and I'm just going to put that through my little middle through there, through that love heart. And you see now I chose those colours. They all kind of, do you know this little love heart? I think it wants to stay on my card. I've seen it twice now. Get out. You're not staying on that. See what I mean about it disappearing, Craig? Where's it gone? Is it? Thank you, Jamie, thank you. It's a good job he's got fresh eyes. Now, looks lovely like that, of course, but I did use a couple of the smaller pieces as well because I thought, you know, I want it to be a full-on love heart.
Oh,
so
look.
we're going to come in and add this on. So I'll keep these flat. So I'm going to put one in that top corner.
Nicola, did you say you've seen something on the website? Okay. So the stitched oval, circle and rectangle, them you will find across on the website, so have a look at them.
There you go, and I think I'm going to leave it there. I was going to add some of those on, but I think they might get a little bit. I think I'm okay with the love hearts. I think I've gone a little bit OTT with my love hearts. However, just because it is a framed sentiment, but it just shows you that you don't have to stick to a very small card. Of course you can if that's what you want to do. And you know, your boxes, you're going to see, all my demonstrations are different today, but just starting big, as I like to. Well, I'm back after all, after 6 weeks, so we might as well go big. But literally, they are absolutely phenomenal in the fact of, it doesn't need much else. I've just used a couple of other little love heart things that I've had from previous collections that you have probably got, or you might think of something that this will work with. So yeah, absolutely, just take them from what they are. They are the most useful sentiments in these beautiful frames, and you've got the crossover between a die and some stamps as well, which is why I absolutely love these, and I know that you will too, because these are going to be something that you will use a lot of when you want to add something. And like I said, focal part, little blender back, it doesn't matter which, it's going to take care of all of those needs when you want to say something to someone. Absolutely.
Brilliant. And I think the standing example, although we'll go back over all your comments just shortly, but prime example here from Emma Thrower on Facebook is saying, I wasn't sure about these to start with, but they're in my basket now. I think that's seen the sample, seen what Debbie's done and the versatility of the set. Now, the Showstopper, where we usually bring you maybe card and foam pads of that, because this is such a great comprehensive sentiment selection of frames, the Showstopper is that full collection. So you're going to get all 12 sets, but they incorporate a couple of dies as well as some sentiment stamps. Love you lots, be mine, and you're the best. That's your sentiment stamps with the love die and the love heart. So that's the one that Debbie just used a moment ago there. You've then also got your best birthday wishes. So the stamps are giving you happy birthday, have a great day, and birthday wishes. The actual die itself is saying birthday, and then you've got the birthday icons around that frame. You're also getting celebration time. So the stamps you're getting are saying congratulations, party time, time to celebrate. Celebrate also being the word die, and then you've got the balloon streamers and the champagne glasses. You're also within the Showstopper going to be getting the champagne celebrations. So you're getting let's celebrate, you're amazing, congrats. The actual die says champagne, and then you're also going to get that framework of the champagne glasses as if they're having a good old party. Also going to be getting Happy Mother's Day. So you're getting Happy Mother's Day, you're the best, I love you. Now that I love you would have worked with what Debbie was just using within the heart set there. Mix and match. But the sentiment die says lovely, and then you've got that framework with that beautiful, elegant scroll sort of feel all the way round. You're getting that one. You're also then getting Happy Father's Day. Top bloke, Happy Father's Day, best dad. Dad is also the sentiment die, and then you've got those male-themed frame all the way round. We're also within the Showstopper giving you Happy Easter. So you've got Happy Easter, you've got Easter blessings, and then you've got Spring has sprung. Easter is also the sentiment die. You've got the flowers, you've got the little egg, you've got the little bunny rabbits as well, just popping about. You're also going to be getting that fall feeling. Now within that one, you're going to be getting hello, you're getting happy harvest, and then you're also getting pumpkin spice. Oh, I can't wait till that coffee chain starts to bring out pumpkin spice again. Fall is that sentiment die, and then you've got all the foliage. Oh, let's just say it's Starbucks. You've got that framework all the way around. There you go. Starbucks, if you're watching, feel free to send some in the autumn time. You're also then going to be getting presents and baubles. Now, for this one, this is one of 4 Christmas sets within this range here. Now, you guys stateside will have not seen this one on HSN America or even QVC UK last week with Sarah. That you're getting the Christmas die, you're getting Merry and Bright, 'Tis the Season, and you're getting Candy Cane Wishes. So you're getting the presents and the baubles. Then these 3 that I'm away to show you next are part of the Showstopper, but they have been seen on HSN America and QVC UK. You're going to be getting Sleigh Ride, so you're getting the Ho 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 die. You're getting Dear Santa. You're also getting Have a Jolly Christmas and Jingle Bells. Also going to be giving, now you can see why the actual set is the Showstopper. winter snowfall. So you're getting frosty and bright as the die, you're getting let it snow, winter wishes, and then you're also then going to be getting your sparkle season. And then you're also, last but by no means least, you're going to be getting the festive village. So you're getting the Noel die, then you're getting winter joy, festive wishes, and then Merry Christmas as well. That is your full showstopper of the brand new launch Christmas and Everyday Sentiment Frame Stampin' Die sets. 12, yes, however, within each set, of course, you've got a variety of different dies and stamp, which, of course, makes it a lot more. £96 or $126, giving you a saving of 20% on today's brand new launch, but your platinum comes down to $76.80 or $100.80. All on the website, crafterscompanion.co.uk.com or .eu. Check out, of course, the outlet sale where a few additional items have, of course, been added as of late and over the weekend. So check that one out. Now, we're going to give you the opportunity to check out your basket. When we come back, we'll go straight back today with another demonstration. But leading up this launch, as well as other launches, of course, it is Leann Chivers, the Head of Product Development. And if you are new to us, then, well, here's Leann to tell you a little bit about herself.
Tea first, and then from there it'll be meetings, and they could be commercial meetings, they could be creative meetings, I could be supporting one of my team. I also manage a large team, be one-to-ones with those. Every day is different, but always a predominant focus on the products, how they're working, the new products that we're bringing out, a lot of research and development. When we get to see the finished article, way before anybody at home gets to see it, it arrives and we get to unpack it and experience it and try it, that gives us all a massive buzz. I can't be getting out of bed too early, and I like to get to bed. 9 o'clock's the new 10 p.m. Tea all day long, black, no sugar, thank you. I tend to miss breakfast, which isn't great, and if I have something when I come in the office, then that's going to be yogurt and fruit. My face, all of the makeup that makes this, nobody's seeing this without that on. Probably a baked potato or a salad or something egg-based. Ooh, craft along a masterclass. I'm going to say masterclass, and that's because I love to educate. One song that would be the theme tune to my life, it would be Billy Ocean, Red Lights, Danger. Pour a gin and tonic. First thing I do. Get in the house, gin and tonic, decompress the day, and then plan what I'm going to do that night.
It differs slightly depending how lively I'm feeling first thing in the morning. Sometimes I head to the gym. More often than not, I don't head to the gym and I go on the school run. After the school run, I'm normally in here, getting by about 10 o'clock, chatting with the producer, whoever that might be on the day. So I've started going home a little bit more now, actually, in between shows. I only live about 5 minutes up the road, so it's nice to take a bit of a break. Go and make a nice cheese sarnie. Yeah. Cheese sarnie, I love a cheese sandwich. Going home. I can't say the end of the day. You might want to keep this in. I can't say the end of the day, can I? The best part of the day is starting off and finding out what kind of a day it's going to be. Oh, probably night owl now. Never shower. He's so dirty. Oh, that's a really good question again. I'm a bath man. I love a bath. Coffee in the morning, tea in the evening. No breakfast. I don't really have breakfast. I tend to sort of eat my first meal around lunchtime. Craft along. My waistcoats, my range of waistcoats, because you've always got to have plenty of waistcoats ready for the day. is help the guys pack up. I know you're looking at me saying you don't do that. I do. I'm not one of those presenters that comes in, you know, doesn't help the backstage crew. I'm always helping out. You just ask anybody else.
I know we're going to go into another demonstration just in a moment, but just a couple of questions, Debbie.
Yes.
Pat on Facebook is saying, Craig or Debbie, of course I'll send it to you, is there any suggestions on a better way to do the layering of words when they are extremely thin print? Not sure what I'm doing wrong, but I'm constantly tearing them. Thank you for suggestions. I'm not sure if that's
Layering.
stuff
So do you mean layering on top like when you drop shadowing, or just layering up to build them up? Because I'll be totally honest, I use my Xyron a load of times because I feel like you get a really good adhesive covering. But when I have my Xyron machine, I've die cut into me double-sided adhesives. I've used the double-sided adhesive, backed my cardstock on, die cut into it, and then been able to peel it away and layer it that way. So there's ways around it, but I've often said, when it comes, so you'll have noticed I didn't use the dotty tape pen with the small sentiments. The reason being is I'm clumsy, I'm heavy-handed, I'm totally open and transparent about it. And when I use this, I pull the bad boys and then end up ripping bits off. So I don't personally use the dotty tape pen. I'll either use my glue or adhesive sheets or my Xyron to do that and then layer up on the top. But I totally get you where you're coming from, because it happens to me a lot, and I think it's just because I'm very heavy-handed. I forget. They're really great glue. They are really great tapes, and I will use them for lots of other things. But when it comes to those small sentiments, I tend to use either tacky glue or my Xyron machine or the double-sided adhesives.
Yeah, and I said it last week, I can be light-headed, can be sometimes. I can be light-handed, but exactly the same. I said it last week. I just find some of the sentiments are too delicate for the dotty tape runner, so completely agree. And then Catbot on YouTube is saying, a question for Debbie, the heart stencil, did you do that with the finger daubers?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I got my little finger daubers out, catching up on my Emmerdale. Do you know, I hadn't watched Emmerdale since end of May.
You know?
When I did that tour with my mum, and they were telling me bits, and I'm thinking, have I missed? And then realised I've not watched Emmerdale, because TikTok, I swear, has taken over my life. But honestly, 2 months of Emmerdale last night, when I was prepping all day, and literally watch it. So yeah, I totally, yes, I did produce a Nicola. I've only got about 5 to catch up on now, so yeah, I did really well. And I started in my craft room at 10:30 in the morning. I didn't leave until my takeaway came at 10:30 at night, because I've realised I've not eaten and not moved.
Wow. Wow. I have to say, I'm probably about that far behind when it comes to Coronation Street at the moment.
I haven't watched that though for a long time, so I'm just at the place where, is it Joel, has been revealed as the killer of her, Lauren. I think that's her name. But I haven't watched that. And EastEnders, I can't even tell you. I think Billy's dad had just come into it last time I watched EastEnders, so I've got a lot of that to catch up on as well.
Yeah, the only one, as always, 30-odd years later, that I still religiously watch, and that's, of course, Neighbours. Absolutely love it. And I have to say, it's at the top of its game since it went to Amazon. Right, some lovely comments coming through, but what we'll do is, I know we'll want to, of course, get another demonstration within this side of the launch day show. So when we come back, we'll do comments, we'll do the boards again, but let's throw it to Debbie and see what else we can do.
So I'm going festive. I'm going festive, and I'm going to use the Sleigh ride. I love this one. Again, snippability, and I'm going to show you with this one why the snippability comes into it. So you get your die that creates the full solid piece. That one will create either the topper that goes on the top or create the aperture, because it'll cut away on the inside, which I'll be doing on my next demo. But for now, I'm just going to be using these and bringing in some gorgeous colouring, because I do love a little bit of colouring. Now, you're probably thinking, well, that looks like Centura Pearl, Debbie. That's because it is.
Oh, it is.
I do love colouring on top of Centura Pearl, because
I've
you
never
get
actually
a lovely...
done that before.
Yeah, you get a lovely glossy finish to it. So and people think that you can't, but you can. And it's just a nice way of changing up the look of your alcohol markers on the top of Centura Pearl. So, and you can do that with, I'm doing it with alcohol pens, but you can do it with pencils as well. I don't tend to use a water base, I won't lie, I don't tend to use a water base over it, but anything like an alcohol or
so if you're
the pencils.
Doing that, I'm just kind of preempting maybe a question or two coming through. Can you still blend with your alcohol pens on Centura Pearl?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, that's good to know for myself.
Yeah, and the thing is, we think, well, it's coated, you can't do that, but you can. I promise you can.
Really
so I'm
good
going
to
to bring in fact, do you know what I'll bring in? I'll bring in a piece of black cardstock so it stands out a little bit. There's a little bit of strap down there, just to put that underneath to make it a bit more visible for you. So I'm just going to poke out all my little extra parts, and then extra little bits you don't want. Get rid of those. I'll save that in a second, so let me just push that out. There we go. Put that on there. And then just bring in your colours. So yeah, just take your colour in medium. So I've gone with tri-blends for these. What I love about this is there's not a lot to colour, as in terms of, you know, you can, and I'm just going to show you what I mean, because it's a nice small die. Now, you do have to let it dry, because obviously it's a coated cardstock, so don't be putting your finger on, because it's a permanent marker. It does dry eventually, but you just don't, you'll end up smudging it.
Yeah.
So just be careful of that. But of course you can take your other colours and do a little bit of blending over it as well. So let's come in to show you what I mean. And then, I do love doing this.
Oh, look at that.
There we go. I think I might have little...
That's what I love as well. I know,
different.
obviously, you know, it's been a long time since I've been on this side, but when you're on this side, whether it is Debbie or Becky or Debbie Fisher, you always learn. You're always learning. I never would have thought about Centura Pearl.
Yeah.
And even getting a blend over the top of it.
Yeah, absolutely. So, and you just get this lovely shiny kind of feel, like you've used a specialist paper.
Yeah.
But it does look lovely. So give it a whirl. Honestly, you will be surprised by the results. And yeah, I mean, it's the same if you think about now. This is why I always remember that you can do it onto Centura Pearl. Remember the technique that Leann does a lot, where you colour onto black and white photos and you just highlight a little piece. Well, glossy, you know, she normally prints out papers on a glossy photo sheet.
Yeah.
So you absolutely can do that, and that's why I always remember this with the Centura Pearl. I've seen it with the pencils as well. You can colour with your pencils. You get a lovely effect with pencils as well. But I personally love, well, you know I do, because I mention it often enough, I love colouring with alcohol markers. So yeah, absolutely you can. And like I said, you can still get that blending. So let's pop a little bit of blending under his tummy.
I have to say, at the weekend, although my mum's been down for the weekend.
Have you still been doing some crafting?
Yes, so because it was lovely weather over the weekend, Saturday we just kind of, well, I have to say, she helped me do the garden, which was a massive help.
Your garden looks insane.
So...
Looks beautiful, Craig. Absolutely beautiful.
Well, it's just because last year on QVC I bought Sarah's lights that she had on, and I totally forgot that they are suitable for outdoor. And I was thinking the other day, I thought, I need to cut my grass, Mum done my front garden, I'd done the back. And I was like, oh, I could put those lights outside. And I did, I put them out on the decking. So they'll look really, really nice. But on the Saturday, because we're just kind of chilling, we're just sitting, the sun was out, something that Debbie might be launching on Friday, have got a little bit of colour and aspect to them as well, should you wish. So I stamped out a few with my alcoholic pad and sat with my rotating design board in the garden. Mum read her magazine, I had the radio on, and I just coloured. And it was my tri-blends.
I bet that were bliss.
It was, actually.
Yeah.
It was.
Looks like you're in another world in your garden, Craig. I'm not going to lie. Looks stunning.
I am proud. I've probably spent more time on the garden than I have than actually in the house.
Yeah, but when we get, and to be fair, with the summer that we've been having, you're not going to get much use out of it. Although I keep thinking, Craig, I think we'll have an Indian summer where we get it all in the winter instead.
And isn't it, when you think back, I know obviously we never like to refer back to the COVID time, but the one time that everyone was offered that, we had one of the best summers. For so long, you know, it was so hot, it was...
I looked like a milk bottle.
Did you?
I did, yeah. I was working, weren't I? I were working down, but practically living in Peterborough at the time.
Well, that's true, because it was yourself and Fiona, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Because unfortunately I had to do the isolate and shielding for the 12 weeks. So yeah, you were...
Yeah, my sister, she did all her garden out and planted things and decorated house top to bottom. I didn't see much of my house during that.
Well, that is, to be fair, that is the reason I'd done my back garden, because the money I had was meant to be for New York. But obviously we had to cancel that because of COVID. We didn't know when we'd get. So the money I'd saved, I thought, you know what, let's put it to use. And that's why I'd done the decking.
Are you going to be going to New York soon? Have you got
All
planned?
going well next year for my 40th.
Big birthday.
They're just a way to start putting, you know, deals and flights and all that up soon. So that is, because every year it's like, to Nicola and Johnny or that, I'm going to go. And they're like, you keep saying it. But then I thought, perfect opportunity. The last time I was there was for my 30th. So what a perfect way, time to go
absolutely.
next year.
10 years now, you can do the comparison,
For my
can't you?
40th, yeah.
That sounds amazing. And look how quick and easy that was to lift. Now, like I said, all you need to do is let that, like I said, settle. Just let that dry, because if you, especially with the areas that I've just coloured, don't be tempted to run your fingers across. It just needs a few minutes to dry. Of course, you could. Oops, sorry, I put that. Jamie, I will get used to left, right, left, right. I keep saying that. I'm still not doing it very well. So let it dry. So this one is one that's dried, and I'm just going to pop this onto a little panel, but I'm just going to lift it off with a foam pad or two. So if I come in, put a couple of foam pads just onto there. Now, I've already stamped onto there, have a jolly Christmas. Now, because it's Centura Pearl, you will need to use your waterproof one because it's the permanent one and it won't smudge. So again, let it dry, but it gives a nice crisp clear. And I've used Have a Jolly Christmas for this one. And again, I'm going to use it as a layering up technique. So I'm going to pop that down onto there. Let me just make sure I've got that straight, Craig, because I know what I'm like. Yes, Debbie, that's not straight. Oh, let's come in. Just going to have to lift it up a minute, Jamie. I do apologise. Just to get that central enough for me. And then let me add, where's the foam pads gone again? There they are, Debbie, the right side of you. Just pop a couple of more and create a little bit of a layer. Now this is going to go onto an easel card, because again, once you've done your set, I mean, it's down to you. You could use this as a place setting. Oh, place settings at Christmas.
Nice.
Get those, those mini dies out, Craig. I totally agree with you. And pop a little plate, add that as a little plate. Oh, giving myself a really... Why didn't I think of that yesterday while I were watching 2 months worth of Coronation? Emmerdale. Why didn't I think of that? I tell you what I did do, though, was I've elongated it.
Oh my God.
How have I gone to that? Well, simple. It is snipping, and I'll snip my coloured one up. So can you see here, that coloured in? But all I did was I took my, and you can use scissors or a guillotine at this stage, and pop that underneath, literally on my little panel. Now my panel actually measures, just for those wanting to know, it measures at 6.5 by 1 3/4. And then I've just done some matting and layering. And then the same with this, I kept the first bit on. So let me just show you what I mean again. So now I'm putting into that. Oh, I say, creating another little panel there. I threw that away yesterday. I can't believe I did that. Look at that. That makes a lovely little panel for a little name setting again. Debbie, too distracted with that Emmerdale, I'm telling you. So I started with the first one underneath my little race strip, and then I did the same, but I cut those out and joined them on to create... I mean, I've no idea how many reindeers it does have, but that's just creating. And this is showing you how clever these lovely frames are, because you've got the ability to snip into them as well. So don't just think of it as that frame. Think of what you can do with the extra bits. And again, that could go on the top. Could be another little design on the top, another little design on there. You could add those on, and I'll probably save those for another make. Now, have you seen the papers we've launched just recently? Ooh.
Out of this world,
oh my God, they're just delicious. Now, this is a A4 piece of cardstock that I've scored on my Ultimate Pro, and I've scored it so I created my easel card, but I actually snipped it off because I didn't want it as long, so I put it down to 7 inches. So it's actually a 7 by 5 card. Just remember that, Debbie, remember that. And I'm going to pop that first panel just down onto this part, again, using some of the Ho Holy Night linen card, alongside that beautiful paper pad that we launched, and I believe you guys launched it here last week as well. I'm assuming you have, because I haven't got any shows with it this week.
Yes. Yeah.
Although I think it might be on tomorrow's launch party. Cut myself a 5x7 panel, and again, just for matting and layering purposes, let's just pop that down onto there. The glue just onto that bottom bit. And I'm just going to line that up at the bottom so I know that I've got it on the right angle.
Isn't it funny, even when it comes to Christmas, and I know that I do it a lot anyway, but just how well black works?
Oh, yeah. Well, this is actually navy though, Craig. Does it look black on screen?
What is it called? What?
It's navy.
Oh, is
it's
it?
from the Oh Holy Night. Yeah, it's my navy one.
Ah.
Yeah. Well, needed a flopper stopper, of course. I need a flopper stopper, Debbie. So I've popped that on. That's going to be my flopper stopper. Whew, my goodness me. I forgot how hot it gets in this studio. Although I say that wherever I go, so...
Well, Debbie, either you did know or it was a really good guess, but Rachel is saying you're right, there's 9 reindeers.
Is there?
Yeah, Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, Vixen, Comet, Cupid, Donner, Blitzen and Rudolph.
I didn't know that, Rachel. That was a fluke. I can't believe that. Do you know, I must have subconsciously known that. I must have subconsciously known that. And then that's going to sit onto the front panel as well. So let's come in. I'm going to add a bit of glue onto this. And again, I'll just take... Whew.
39 years of being on this planet, 38 Christmases, and I still don't know all the reindeers in the song, and I still don't know the 12 Days of Christmas song.
Oh, don't even...
In order.
I don't know the 12 Days of Christmas at all.
Yes, I know. I was watching you with the paper pad on Hobby Maker, was it last week?
Oh, I struggled.
Oh, so do I.
Oh, I struggled. I did not know that at all. And there you go.
Oh, Debbie.
Using the sentiment into the centre of a card. I know that might slip in a minute because I've got wet glue. But using as my little flopper stopper, creating the full set of the reindeers there, going along, but showing you the snippability factor that you've got with these, which are just absolutely phenomenal. And I really do love these sentiment frames. I think they're absolutely fabulous. Sorry I've had to take my glasses off, but I can't see because I've gone about 1,000 degrees.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go and stand back here just to get the fan just for a minute to try and cool me down. But aren't they gorgeous? Aren't they
really
lovely
are.
what you can do with them? And this is just the 2 that I've just started with. I've got a couple of more things to show you as well on other things that you can be using with. I wish I thought about the Christmas nameplates though.
Good idea.
That's a really good one.
See, just while the card is exactly where it is, Jamie, can you go face on again? Look at the Centura Pearl through your alcohol colouring.
Can you see it?
You can see it.
It's beautiful. Honestly, give it a
What
try. If you've
a
never done it
great
before,
way.
try it. Stamp onto Centura Pearl. Give it a go because it's a lovely technique. It's really nice and easy to do as well, as you've seen. And it doesn't take long to dry, especially in this hot studio. But yeah, I love these. I think, you know, they're going to take care of all the different sentiments across the year, from birthdays to celebrations to Easter to Father's Day to Mother's Day to birthdays to Christmas. There's a lot in there. And especially when you work out that price, Craig, I'm still in my head at that platinum price, like £6 something here in the UK, $8 something in the US. I just think is phenomenal value for money when it caters for so many different occasions and so many different styles as well, as we'll show you again in a minute.
Absolutely. And if you want to get your hands on the Showstopper, what we'll do within the next hours, we'll go through them in a great big detail, but the actual Showstopper does consist of all 12 sets. So these are going to be coming your way if you go for the whole Showstopper, and that is your festive village. You're also going to be getting your winter snowfall. You're getting your sleigh ride as well. So that's the one Debbie just used. Great idea, chopping them up. You've got your presents and baubles. You're also going to be getting that fall feeling. Also going to be getting Happy Easter. Then we're going to be giving you Happy Father's Day. We're also within the Showstopper giving you Happy Mother's Day. You're also then going to be getting your champagne celebration. You're also then going to be getting your celebration time, and then you're also going to be getting your birthday wishes. And then last but by no means least, you're also getting With Love on Valentine's. So each set comes in with its inner tab. You've got your outer frame, you've got your sentiment die, and then you've got your 3 sentiment stamps within each one, all that you can mix and match. For that full Showstopper, works throughout that year, £96 or $126. It gives you a saving of 20% on today's launch day collection. If you are, of course, platinum, that's going to come down at $76.80 or $100.80 for something that you can use all throughout the year, whether it's spring celebrations, whether it's the autumn time, whether, of course, it's going to be that Christmas time, then, of course, you can do that. It's all on the website, crafterscompanion.co.uk.com or .eu. Check it out while you're there and check out some of the deals we've got going there too. Back again for another hour. We've got another 1 hour here when it comes to today's launch day collection. So much love. We've got Christine Mahoney's in saying good morning, everyone. Hello, Craig and Debbie. Debbie, you've been missed so much.
Aww.
It absolutely has, and so many of you are saying that. We've got Cat Butt saying, Debbie, thank you for answering the question. We've got Pat is saying, she's on Facebook, thank you. I'm a little heavy-handed too. I have to get more adhesives for my machine too, and maybe I need to slow down and take more time with the glue, the little intricate dies. That's certainly what we'd do. Lois is saying, I think I'll try and use my sparkle pens with these dies. I think that would look nice. I agree. Rebecca is saying, I'm currently using alcohol pens on Centura Pearl. It's amazing. Rosalind on Facebook saying, Craig, my daughter will be 40 next year and she's coming to London. Oh, going the other way. We've then got Sean saying, Debbie, that is absolutely stunning. So much love for the idea of colouring on Centura Pearl. We've got Pat saying, I'm so excited to see Debbie making that card, another stunning card, and I love all ideas as to what Debbie used there a moment ago. I thought the same as well, Sean. Sean is saying, Debbie, you needed to put a red nose on that front reindeer. That would have been so cool, wouldn't it? A little gem or something, or a pearl. If only we were going to be bringing out our own range of gems and pearls. Who knows? Who knows? Friday. Right here, so before we go over the collection once again, we're getting a demonstration. Let's head across to Debbie. We're just going to give you some ideas of some of the finished samples using the brand new launch.
Absolutely. For anybody who missed the top of that first hour, just showing you some different ways that you can use these. These are sentiment frames at the end of the day. They've got all of those different sentiments from a die form to a stamp and lots of different ways you can use them. That's a really lovely, simple one in terms of some really masculine looking cards stuck in the background and then just colouring them in. We did mention in that earlier hour about place settings. Nothing to stop you from making it as a place setting. This has been put onto some acetate and then just hand wrote, which you can do. Of course, you've got alphabet dies. The little mini ones that Craig talked about are those little Gemini mini ones that go onto there. You could be personalising them. What about different things that you've got? Now, this rocker card is from one of our lovely rocker dies that we did, but the sentiments is where it takes centre stage. And again, it could be onto things like envelopes. That looks gorgeous on an envelope, looks absolutely beautiful. Keep it really nice and simple. Take it into your different fancy folds if that's what you want to do as well, which I love that one. It's like a little diorama one, using a nesting die and then creating the topper just that goes over. I think that's absolutely beautiful. And with a clever use of papers, and we've got some beautiful papers that we've launched recently, you could be creating something like that yourself. It looks like a scene, doesn't it, that one? Absolutely stunning. Again, this is on a lovely stepper card, so all your other different styles of cards. Your boxes, you could be taking that into your boxes and adding that onto the top. What I would suggest is if you're going to do that, make sure you've multi-layered this to give it a stiffer feel. It's not a multimedia die, but you can create a multimedia look by doing layer upon layer upon layer to get it nice and thick, and that's what I like to do as well. And again, on a small scale, or if you did catch the top and you've been with us since the beginning, you can take it onto a bigger scale as well, which is what I've done with that first demo. And then you've just seen me at the back end of that first hour, creating it and then using it to create an elongated, that's the word I'm looking for, Debbie.
You got
longer. Just say longer. A longer panel, just by cleverly snipping and joining together, you could be creating something like that yourself as well. And there's a few little samples at the side of me. You can see a lovely star card down here. We've got another lovely easel card. We've got lots of different styles. One of my favourites, TP, that looks gorgeous. There's a topper on the TP. It looks absolutely blooming stunning. So lots of lovely things. Go and check those, the website out. No websites. the Facebook groups out for all our design team members that have shared their makes with them as well, because there'll be lots of different ideas on there. I'm going to get ready to do my next demo, so I'll let Craig go through everything with you again. Remember though, fabulous price for 12 different frame sentiment stamps and dies. I think it's phenomenal value for money when you break it down into what each individual one is.
Brilliant. Thank you for that one, Debbie. Yeah, if you missed the first hour of the show, we'll go through it all in detail before we go back to Debbie. Just to say, if you just want the 4 Christmas die sets, you can absolutely do that. They're across on the website, .co.uk.com or .eu. If you just want all the other all occasions, they're in a bundle as well. What I would say, though, is if you go for the whole lot within the Showstopper, it works out that you're saving an extra £10, $10 over buying the Christmas and the all occasion separately. So it's worthwhile keeping that in mind. We're going to keep saying it as well. It works for throughout the year, so it's not something that's maybe necessarily just for one occasion. But the Showstopper, no card, no adhesives, no ink pads, such a comprehensive die set with stamps, and that is why this is the Showstopper. Now you're getting the sleigh ride, so that's what Debbie just used here. So each one of these consists of the design frame, that centre panel to stamp or die cut your sentiment on. You've got a sentiment die, and then you've got 3 sentiment stamps. So your sleigh ride gives you Santa in the sleigh, ho 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 die, then you've got Dear Santa, you've got Have a Jolly Christmas, and then you've got Jingle Bells. You've then also got your Festive Village. So that is giving you the Festive Village frame, inner panel die, Noel sentiment die, then you've got Winter Joy, Festive Wishes, and Merry Christmas. Then we're going to be having a look at the With Love on Valentine's. So Debbie used that in her first demonstration. You can always go back on Crafters TV on YouTube, re-watch, but that's giving you Love Heart frames, inner panel die, Love sentiment die, then Love You Lots, Be Mine, You're the Best. You're also in the Showstopper getting Best Birthday Wishes. Yes, they're all going to work together, but look about breaking them down, using them all individually. But that's giving you the presents in the cake frame, inner die, birthday sentiment die, then you've got Happy Birthday, you've got Have a Great Day, birthday wishes. You've got celebration time, so that's giving you the frame dies, it's giving you the celebrate die, but the sentiment is giving you congrats or congratulations, party time, time to celebrate. Also within the Showstopper, you're going to be getting your champagne celebration, frame die, champagne sentiment die, then the stamps is giving you Let's Celebrate, You're Amazing, and Congrats. Also getting Happy Mother's Day. So you've got your frame die, lovely sentiment die, then the stamps you're getting Happy Mother's Day, You're the Best, I Love You. Also, Happy Father's Day. So he's giving you that male look within that framework. Dad is the sentiment die. Top bloke, Happy Father's Day, Best Dad. You're also going to be getting Happy Easter. So that's giving you the bunny rabbits in the Easter related frame, Easter die. Then you've got Happy Easter, Easter blessings, and Spring has sprung. Still going with this Showstopper. You've got your fall, that fall feeling. So that fall, autumn look is giving you the fall die, then it's giving you hello, pumpkin spice, and happy harvest. Then you're also going to be getting the presents and baubles. So that one there, Merry and Bright, 'Tis the Season, and Candy Cane Wishes. That's the sentiment stamp, but you've got your Christmas sentiment die, and then the presents and bauble as the frame. You guys in America and QVC UK will have not seen that one within the Christmas bundle Sarah had. But yeah, you're also going to be getting your winter snowfall. So the snowflake frame, frosty and bright, then you've got your Let It Snow, Winter Wishes, and Sparkle Season. That is your Showstopper. £96 or $126. You're saving just under £24 or just under $30. Your platinum price comes to $760 or $76.80, or for you guys stateside, $100.80. The option is there for just the 4 Christmas and the remaining all occasion, but by going for it within the Showstopper, it works out that you're saving that extra £10, $10. Also, just to say as well, those sentiment stamps, thank you so much, Jamie, for putting them on my close-up so I could actually read them, because earlier on I was struggling. I should have brought my glasses. So, teamwork here. Talking about teamwork, let's go back to Debbie and let's see what else we can do with the brand new launch.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm going to move on to another demo. And I think if you have been following us and watched the top of the first hour, been talking about how you can create apertures with these as well, which means if you do love shaker cards, these are going to look lovely around that little frame as a shaker. What I would just suggest is using the banner bit somewhere else on your card. So you create that little window. Now, I am going to do another festive one. I'm right into my Christmas card making at the minute. I don't know why. I think it's because we've been doing festive Christmas in July. I mean, we've been doing it since June in Hobby Maker. It's been June and July, so I'm feeling very festive at the minute. Ask me in another month or two.
Yeah.
I might not be so festive. But I'm going to use the winter snowfall because I love the snowflake design on this one. So, to create that cutout aperture one, this is when you're going to need both of them. So first of all, what I'll do is I will, because I've got my card base here, but I'll talk about the sizes and everything else in a second. Because this is actually, and I make my own, I've said it a lot, but I do make my own card bases because I don't want to be ruled by a certain size. I want to make my own size of cards and things like that. So this is actually 9 by 5.
Okay.
But that's my 9 by 5 base. Then I've done a 9 by 6 with an inch tab. I'm using the word carefully, tab now, because I got myself into so much trouble last week down at Hobby Maker with the use of another word. I have honestly created my own blooper reel last week while I was at Hobby Maker.
What did you say?
The word that I usually use is flap.
Uh-huh.
But
okay.
I said something that had everyone in hysterics and we had to come off, like literally come off for a couple of minutes because I just said something ridiculous, as I tend to do, because I don't think, engage.
But then those guys at Hobby Maker can take one word and just run with it, let's be fair.
Well, thankfully, with that word, I wasn't with Nigel, but the problem was I was with Nigel on Friday. Was it Friday? I said something else. Seriously, anybody who watched it will get what I mean. And he literally morphed. I'll share with you later.
Yes, do that.
So this one is a tab. Not getting myself into trouble now because it's a tab. So it's 9 by 6 with a score down at an inch to create. Now I have, with my mats and layers, me and Craig are pretty much the same on this, come down 1/4 inch. So I wanted to not waste the cardstock because this bit of weight cardstock is what I'm going to be using, this lovely red. Again, Holy Night, I think it was just something that sat at the side of me. And you may recognise the sparkling lovely 12 by 12 pad that we've had on recently as well, which is that Snowflake's one. So I've used some paper from there and already cut that down to size. I'll show you how to create the aperture in that one in a minute. So the first thing we're going to do is bring in the middle of that cardstock, like so, and we're going to cut ourselves a frame. But I do want to create a little bit of a frame, so I'm going to put the two together this time, and I haven't done this yet, but we are going to do it right now. So I'm going to hold that down with a little bit of low-tack tape. Again, it can go through your mini or your MIDI, or your die cutting machines, whichever way around, but I'm just going to pop that through onto my little plates. I'm going to be using my big plates in a second for the bigger piece of cardstock, but I'll show you how you can do it on your smaller ones as well, for those who have only got a small one. Pop that down there. So when you take that off, that cuts out this lovely, gorgeous snowflake design. Just put that there. But it also creates, if I get me, what did I do with your poker tool, Craig? Oh, Debbie, what have you done with it? I ain't got that much stuff out, so I don't know how I could have lost it. There it is. Don't know how I could have lost it. There's always a little release hole when you've got these die. So there will be one release hole on your die to create. But can you see it's cut out now, that lovely frame piece with the centre now being able to be used for something else. Because I want to create this, because we're going to have a little window into the front of my card. So,
cute.
Just move that to one side. Let me get rid of my rubbish.
So with these dies, now I know some of the questions, of course, we'll ask on this side, we know the answer, but when it comes down to one year, so these are still a detailed die, but they'll still go through things like your glitter card and your Centura Peril and
they look gorgeous
all
in glitter card. Honestly, they look beautiful in glitter card, yeah. You can use any kind of cardstock to cut into watercolour cardstock. I heard the sparkle pen being mentioned earlier. Obviously, Premium Results watercolour cardstock will look lovely with your sparkle. So yeah, you can use any cardstock and cut these out into. So that's going to move to one side because we'll come back to this piece in a moment or two. Now, the first thing I'm going to do is bring in my card base. Now, I want to create And this is another reason why as well, cutting out the centre bit makes life a bit easier here because I'm not going through too much cardstock because we're talking 100 and... Now, is linen cardstock usually 180 GSM? Or is it a bit more? Is it 240?
Oh my gosh, I should know.
I know.
I think it's round about 240.
Is it 240? I think it's about 240, isn't it? Yeah, honestly, I'm usually good with my GSM weights.
250.
250, thank you. So I didn't want it to cut through 250, 180 and then 300.
Yeah.
It's a lot to cut through. And we know the Gemini is a fantastic machine, but come on, let's not be silly.
No.
We don't want to be silly. But what I want to do is place so that I know when I'm putting my cardstock. So I'm going to use just a tiny bit of dotty tape pen to place it in. So that, and if I just show you what I mean by that, if I took my flat... Nearly got myself into trouble
It's all
again.
right, we know what you mean. We're all friends.
Yes, nearly. If I took my tab underneath to position into place, look at that. So I'm just going to make sure that it's nice and even. Is this rain I can hear?
Debbie, I was just away. I took my earpiece out there because I wasn't sure if it was the fan or if it's the rain out there. Oh my gosh.
Oh, am I alive? It's banging it down outside. What happened to the glorious weather?
I know. Well, I won't be sitting outside tonight when I get in, will I?
No. Now, I'm just going to use this as a little reference because what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a frame up here, a frame down here and a frame in the centre. I could measure this. I could. But I'm not. I'm just going to do it by eye, as old Debbie would say. So I think that's roughly around that centre mark. And I think looking at it on the camera, it also looks a bit central, doesn't it? Is that a yes, Jamie? Is that a yes,
looks
Nicola?
it, yeah.
Thank you. Just checking. Popping that on, I'm going to have to lift it up, Jamie, because I don't trust myself. There we go. Yeah, absolutely fine. You're going to then just die cut through there. Now, you can, of course, pop it onto your plate because it's actually the right size because it's 9 by 6.
Perfect.
So you can use your smaller plates, your larger plates. If you're using a Gemini Junior, you can get this through as well, which is one of the reasons why I chose that particular size, because I thought I don't want to cause myself any problems. So popping that underneath now, and what that'll do is it'll cut through, hopefully, all 3 pieces. But if it hasn't, Craig, it'll have left a little marking.
Okay.
However, I think, knowing the power of the Gemini, yes, I don't know why I worried. What I might have to worry about is my low tack tape, so I'm just going to be careful because it becomes very high tack. So I don't want to rip any of that beautiful paper. And I always hear Leann on my little shoulder. Do you know you have your devil and your angel? Mm-hmm. My little angel Leann.
Oh, it's Devil Leann to me.
Towards you. Is it devil?
Oh, it's Devil Leann. Oh, there's no angel about it.
I'd like to keep my job quick. So is Angel Leann for me. But she always tells you to pull it towards you. And I don't know about you, but I forget that a lot. When I'm doing this, I'm so impatient. But I'm just going to get my pokey tool underneath, find the end, and I give it a little rub with my finger to find the...
Just to give you a little flap to pull?
Yeah, just need to pull those. Just be careful, Debbie, just be careful. There we go. Just to find that end and then bring it towards me. And that way, the low tack tape that becomes a high tack is now... Yes! I did it slowly. For once in my life, I did it slowly. But that's cut through there perfectly. And now I know that I can stick... Oh, now then. Oh. I just wanted to do it that way, Craig, because I don't trust myself. Then if I had glued that down...
Yeah, I get that.
Sod's law, I would have ended up not cutting through all 3. So I thought, if I do it that way, I know that I'm going to be okay and good to go to lift it off if I need to just reposition that over the top. But if... and I'm not worrying about if it's pulled any paper, because at the end of the day, that's going back down.
That's the thing, yeah.
Yeah, so that's why I always prefer to do it first. Position that back onto the top. Use me wet glue.
But it's a good way to show how the dots work elsewhere. And what I mean by that is, funny enough, I showed it last week, stamping a sentiment stamp. Now, I sometimes like to have my cardstock the actual size.
Yeah.
So sometimes it's too small for the magnetic discs. So just put a couple of little dots on the back, stick that on your stamping platform, And then, of course, you can then stamp in the right
Well,
place.
I never thought about that, Craig.
Yeah.
Never thought about that. Right, there you go. So now we've got that into position, and this frame now can go over the top, like so. In fact, no, Debbie, it's going to go that way. Snowflake in that corner. Let me get rid of all my little bits.
You know what that would be good for as well? See, that was a box lid. They could post their little Santa letters and...
Yeah. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I like that idea. Oh, do you know, Debbie, don't. You are heavy-handed, girl. Let's get the tacky glue out. Nearly.
Maybe you have like your USB with the SVG files and you make your post boxes and that, and then you could use these frames to frame the little bit where the little letter goes in. Try to think, what's her Amy that's on Hobby Maker that has our...
Amy Dodds, yeah.
That's it, yeah.
Amy did a stint here, you know, at, when she did the craft... when did we do the craft factor? Was it called craft factor?
Did you?
Yeah, Amy came up here. She was here when I was here. Showing me some of her work, and I'm like, girl, you need to be doing and designing your own things. And she does, funnily enough, now, because she's Alan's partner, isn't she?
That's right, yeah.
Well, wife, not partner. Oh, wait a minute. Are they married?
Are they married?
Do you know, I don't know now. Amy's wonderful, though. Have you seen some of her creations of late? Oh,
Just phenomenal.
phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal.
And that's a good way to show how you can start to mix and match your USBs, your
Absolutely.
SVG files, your scan and cut, your crickets, etc., within our dies as well.
Absolutely. So I'm just going to put that over the top. And just now it's created that lovely little aperture. Again, you can put acetate. Now, if you're making a shaker card, acetate behind the back, form on a roll, put your shakers in, and you've got a nice little shaker element. But I do like that post box idea, Craig. I'm not going to lie. Again, if I'd have not been too busy into me Emmerdale, catching up on everything, I could have thought about these things, Debbie. Come on.
Or along the same lines, you could use one of the all occasions, turn it into a little money box, a little saving box throughout the year.
Yeah. Now, you're probably thinking, why have you got another one? Well, I had one just on standby in case that went wrong. But I want to have a little bit of matching cardstock in the middle. Don't worry, though, because I'm covering that up in a minute.
Okay.
So, and I just think, why waste cardstock? I mean, why? You just don't, do you? Don't waste a single thing. So let me just pop that. There's a nice little matte layer on the inside of my card. Pop that onto the top as well.
I've noticed, going back to what Debbie said just shortly, a lot of the design team have started to post their finished samples in
wicked.
the group. Sandy has, Shan has, Jacqueline has as well, Rachel, etc., etc. So have a look afterwards too.
They're brilliant. Now we're going to attach these two cards together. So, because obviously that's the inside, and you're probably thinking, it looks a bit daft at a minute. It won't in a minute, I promise you. So let's just come in and tape pen. We'll use some tape pen and go round that flap, and then we're going to attach that to that base. Just make sure I've got that nice and even.
So we are now, what are we, 22nd of July. Have you got any Christmas presents yet?
No.
No?
No. No. No, not me. I'm always last minute Lil. Have you?
Maybe.
You are. You're going to tell me you've got them, aren't you?
Yeah, where do you think I bought them from?
Well, your favourite shopping channel after us.
Yeah. Although I buy things from QVC thinking they're going to be for gifts and end up keeping them myself.
Do you end up keeping?
Oh,
well,
yeah.
I've done that many a time. Let me just tell you. Let me just tell you. Now we're going to do this again. So let's just push that to one side. We'll have a little bit of white cardstock for this, and I'm going to. Yeah, is that clear? It is now. Pop that down to there. Doing a Debbie. Doing a Debbie. Oh yeah, that's devil Leann shouting at me now. No, you don't do it like that. I can't do a northeast accent, can you?
Lightly tap, she says.
Wait a minute, are we in the northeast?
Yes.
That's okay. Just checking then. I will rubbish at geography. I can't. I'd love to be able to, because Ben just he's got off to it. He even when he talks like me, I'm thinking, do I really sound like that? Until I hear myself back. Yes, I do. But he can do accents so well.
So good.
He's too talented.
Although when he does mine, I still think sometimes he comes out like Pirates of the Caribbean, Johnny Depp and Pirates, Jack Sparrow. It's still good. Do you know something, Debbie? I know some people don't like their accents being kind of mimicked or that. I could sit and listen to someone do accents all day long, like Ben. I think it's absolutely brilliant. It's hilarious.
Absolutely. There's a young lad on TikTok that I follow, and he has like a list of sayings, and then he does it in Irish, American,
really?
Scottish, Welsh, sorry. He does all, and he just rattles them all off, and he literally, as he's talking, he just goes from one to the other. I'm like, that's a serious talent. I wish I could do accents, but I, alas, cannot, apart from your own.
Can I just say as well, going back to maybe about the start of the year, someone across there, oh, I'll never understand TikTok. Oh, I'll never get into TikTok. Slippery slope, isn't it, Debbie?
It's a very slippery slope. I said I would never.
You did?
Never be into TikTok. Now, I mean, this is why I'm trying to catch up on all my soaps, because TikTok has taken over my life. It quite literally taken over, because you go down that rabbit hole, and before you know it,
to me it's like
half your day has passed.
Updated Pinterest, where you go and look at one thing.
I can't go onto Pinterest.
And then before you know it, you're still there, but looking at something completely different. That's like me for TikTok.
Honestly, Pinterest is like, it's just, I mean, I love it because you get some fabulous ideas from there. You follow some great people who make some great things and some great ideas on there. But all my life, that's another one. I'll never see those hours back ever again. So we're going to just stick our Frosty and Bright onto there, which is what I have done in fact, actually, Debbie, you haven't, because you've stuck it on that panel, and then you've lifted it and popped some foam pads on. And because I want to get my next demo in, she's just going to pretend I've done that. And I have actually drop shadowed these as well. So I've got my drop shadow panels, and I've cut these out twice. And I say twice. I've done it in the red, I've done it in the white, and I've drop shadowed them. And I'm going to pop in there now my Frosty and Bright. Let's go in there, because I do love that. I think it's beautiful font. And again, I did use my Xyron for these too.
These would be good if you've packed your template libraries away. And you need to get them out, get them used. These are going to be a great set to be decorating your projects within the template library.
Absolutely, because they're your sentiments, aren't they? Your frame sentiments are taken care of. Right, so I've got 2 of those. I've actually got one as well, but used Winter Wishes, which is one of the stamps. But this is going to go on the inside. So that it almost peeks through.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's what we've done to create that. Now, because of that reason, I am going to have a little bit of wet glue onto the back to give it a little slip and slide. I know what I mean. What's the word I'm looking for? Wiggle. Thank you, Jamie.
No, I like slip and slide.
Bit of wiggle. So I'm going to just pop that onto the back door panel, so because I want to position it into place. If I use foam pads on that, which you can do, but I just want to make sure before I actually stick that down that my Winter Wishes is peeking through, so it gives me that bit of wiggle time. Yeah, there we go. And oh, there you go, stick that down. So that's on the inside and out because it's peeking through my little aperture. And then, of course, my Frosty and Bright will pop onto the top like so. I'm getting it full whack. Let me tell you now, I'm not going faint-hearted here. I'm actually using quite a lot of that die set. But again, just showing you all different ideas. You could mix and match at this point with the... Oh, why didn't I think of that? I could have put my Father Christmas panel at the top and the bottom. Oh, do you know?
And the 9 reindeers.
Oh, Craig, I could have had it down here. Why do we think of these things afterwards?
Too much Emmerdale, that's what it is.
It. Yeah, I mean, yeah, we'll blame Emmerdale.
I'm the same, get me stuck into Neighbours, that's it.
Did I tell you that we went on the Emmerdale tour with my mum?
Oh, did you? I know you've done the Corrie, like I done.
Yeah, we've done the Emmerdale. Let me tell you, bit of a difference. But actually, the set's beautiful, but how it was run was completely different, yeah. But it's still a great experience.
Yeah.
And we got to meet the lady that plays Rona's mum. Mary. Gosforth in the character, so for anybody watching, which is lovely because I remember from the days of Tenko, also the days when she was in EastEnders. So it was lovely to meet her, very nice, and it was a good experience and very surreal being in the village.
Must be. Well, I was like that when I went to the Corrie tour last year.
Yeah, that is. And there you go, Craig, and I could add some more things to it, but you know what? We're not going to, because we've got our lovely little winter wishes that is in the centre, but because of that lovely extra die in there, to be able to create the aperture as well, which means that you can create some different styles of your cards as well.
Awesome, brilliant. So far we've had 3 different demonstrations to show you how you can use them. What we'll do is we will quickly go through that showstopper, and then we'll take a little bit of a break for you guys to check out your baskets, and then when we come back I do have a couple of questions I'll send to Debbie, and then we'll get one last demonstration before the end of this live hour. Now, your showstopper consists of all sets here. Now, you're going to be getting the best birthday wishes. You're also then going to be getting your champagne celebration. You're also going to be getting your celebration frame. You're going to be getting your Happy Mother's Day. You're also then going to be getting your Happy Father's Day. You're also then going to be getting that fall feeling. Also going to be getting Happy Easter. You're also going to be getting With Love on Valentine's. Now, if you just want those 8, you can find them across on the website. But within the showstopper, you're also getting Sleigh Ride. You're also going to be getting Festive Village. You're also then going to be getting Presents and Baubles. And then you're also going to be getting your winter snowfall. If you want just those 4 sets, you'll find them across on the website as well. Remembering, by going for the showstopper, it works out that you're saving another £10, $10 compared to buying both those bundles separately. £96 or $126, you're saving just under £24 or $30, but your platinum price comes down to $76.80 or $100.80. .co.uk.com.au. You'll find them on the home page, click onto, and then of course you can check out your basket. Now, lovely comments coming through. As I say, a couple of questions, so when we come back, what we'll do is I'll fire them across to Debbie, and then she can get straight into her demonstration. Now, back again, well, the rest of this week is going to be Debbie Fisher, and here she is with a little bit about herself.
My day-to-day life is pretty busy in work. Literally, I get in the door, I check my polls, I then check what I've got to demo, I then get everything ready, and it's just busy, busy, busy from there. I have a meeting with the producer, the director, we get then sorted for the shows, talk to the presenter, and it depends what side I'm on. I mean, sometimes I'm doing the presenting side, sometimes I'm doing the demonstration side, and I love both. It's actually who I get to work with. That's, yeah, I can't say no more than that, other than anybody that works here. We are a big family. We're so super friendly. I love Ben. I love it when we work together. And I don't mean that I don't love anyone else. It's the fact that Ben is the presenter and then I'm demonstrating, and we just have this great rapport. Same with Craig, same with Deb, same with the whole team. So yeah, the best part of the day is just getting to work with the best people in the industry. Oh, a night out. In the morning. Oh, none. I only drink water. Oh, well, I'm cutting out sugar, so it's got to be savoury. Masterclass. Oh, I can't leave the house without my lipstick. Oh, I love a baked potato. I relax, so I literally drive home normally and then I relax.
Come in, check my emails, then lay the shows out in the studio, set pack shots up. Then I will get new polls, pick shows, solve any problems that need solving. We deal with other teams where we receive marketing suites, we receive boards. We pick samples to send to Hobby Maker. We pick samples to send to QVC. We will take the previous shows out of the studios, set the new shows up. We do floor manage occasionally, not all the time, making sure that the craft expert presenters have everything at hand that they need. Anything that they haven't got during shows, we will run about and get the products for them. Think on a morning when it's really quiet, I can get more done when there's nobody else in the building. Night owl. Morning. Coffee on a morning, tea the rest of the day. Savoury. Normally lunchtime. Craft along. Mobile phone. Christina's chicken wrap. Barry White. You're my first, my last, my everything. Go home and make the tea.
Yeah, it might be raining out there. It's a little bit warm in the studio today. We're just having a little chin wag there about Emmerdale, because I've not watched it in a long, long time. A couple of questions, Debbie, just before we come back to you for the next demonstration. We've got Karen Owens on Facebook saying, "Hi Debbie and Craig, a question for Debbie. With alcohol markers, can you add embossing ink on top and then heat emboss? I'm currently making Christmas cards and want to make the Christmas hat sparkle."
So that again, adding embossing powder to alcohol markers.
So, yeah, so I'm crossed with maybe two meanings. So either she means, can you add embossing powder on top of your alcohol markers? Or can you colour with your alcohol markers and then cover with the watermark ink pad and then sprinkle?
Yeah, you could do that.
You can do that.
You can't add... If you're meaning adding embossing powders to the alcohol markers and heat set it, no. You've got to have something of a sticky nature.
Got you.
Opaque pigment ink pads, that covers. Duet ink pads and the blooms, that covers that. Won't work with quick dry. I don't think it works, no, because it's instant dry. Yeah, it's instant dry minute contact. I do believe, though, with your water reactive, you can. I've never tried it myself.
I have.
Because I personally use the opaque or our watermark one as well. But in terms of laying that down and then some embossing powder over the top and setting it, no, I don't. That's not going to work. No.
Thank you. Yes, at least we've covered both ways. I just wasn't quite sure on what way you're meaning. We've got, so sorry for not being able to pronounce your name, Altage on YouTube. Oh, Aperture, thank you, Nicola. Saying, sometimes, Debbie, when I cut out a die, you can see the pressure of the die in the card. What is that? Do I do something wrong?
So no, you haven't done anything wrong. It happened with me on my last demo, because I was like, oh no, because I forget the pressure of the Gemini, and it's immense. We all know it is. It's the best die cutting machine on the market, and I'll stand here with chest, as they say, the youngsters, and I will tell you, it's the best die cutting machine on the market. However, because of that, you will get like cut marks, and I can see that, and me personally, I don't use a multimedia die with papercraft die.
No.
It's a no-no for me. I have two separate plates. And you will get an imprint unless you put down your copy sheet over the top, and that takes away any of that. However, could be pressure as well. So if you've got too much pressure, and that's caused by too many shims. And we've talked about this often when we've done 101s or we've done a Gemini, and Craig will tell you the same as me. Move one of the mats out and try cutting it with just your two cutting plates and your plastic shim. If you find that doesn't cut, but you're getting too many marks, and you've tried it with the copier sheet, and by that I mean covering up the plate that's got the marks on it, make sure it's covered up, because the marks will then not go into your cardstock. But it's down to pressure, so try it with those, Take that one out, that might be too much pressure, which is causing those indentations into your card. And you could always substitute that shim with a piece of cardstock to give you that extra cut if need be, or your metal shim. But that's how I would personally look at that. You're not doing anything wrong, it's just the fact of the pressure of the machine. Try copy of paper first. If that doesn't work, take out one of your plates and substitute it with something else. Or try it without, because you'll find that majority of dies, unless they're really intricate, will cut through there. And there's nothing to stop you from running it through twice.
True.
Without that pressure. And that makes a difference as well.
Perfect, that's great. Last two, I'll just throw them both across at the same time, then we can get into a demo, Debbie. Kaylee is asking, Debbie, can you remember where that red card is from the last demonstration?
Yes.
And Ruth is saying, how do you store all these wonderful stamp and die so you can find them next year?
So firstly, Ho Holy Night is the linen cardstock. That's most of my demonstrations today with this launch has been from Ho Holy Night. It's got that gorgeous red, that beautiful blue that Craig, because it did look black on the camera, but it is like a really dark navy blue. And Craig's a big advocate. You'll know it's one of his favourite cardstocks. It's linen cardstock. So it's from a Ho Holy Night. And then how do I store things? I've said this before. Whenever it's a current collection, they stay in their packaging, so I know, and I know where they are. I've got everything sorted in my craft room where everything is. Once they've been retired or we've got rid of them, they go into purple storage. Purple all the way around. So they go into storage folders, metal die stamps, they all go into those. That's how I personally store them. Then I get rid of all packaging because it condenses everything.
It's a good idea.
But at the time, everything stays in their packaging, and there's lots of people out there that have got some great storage ideas in terms of how they store theirs. Ask that question on the social pages, and I'm sure you will get a lot of feedback on how other people store theirs.
Awesome, thank you for that one, Debbie. Debbie, we're just going to come straight back to get one last demonstration within this launch day show.
Yeah, and I'm going to go with Happy Father's Day. I love this one. However, it doesn't necessarily have to be for Father's Day. Of course, your stamp is Happy Father's Day, but you've got Top Bloke, you've got Best Dad, you've got a dad in the word, the die cut as well. However, again, if you've gone for the whole collection, there's Happy Birthdays around there. You can mix and match these up, but I do like this, and Craig made a really good point because I nearly very well did use the man collection that we had, Modern Man, because I think it works lovely with that.
Would.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're just going to die cut this. Now, I'm not going to run it through the die cutting machine again because you've seen me do that once or twice now. But when you run it through just that die on its own, it creates your die cut piece to be able to, and again, colour. I love a bit of colour, so I'm going to do a little bit more colouring. Honestly, I feel like they really come to life when you colour. You, of course, could paper piece. And if you're going to paper piece, you'll have to run that die through a few times in different colours. So maybe in a grey for the top hats. I love this hot top hat. Have you seen it? Big smiley face. I love that. When I looked at it and when I was colouring it, I'm thinking, oh, it's a smiley face. It's actually just a top hat. Look, look, look. Let's just...
Oh my God, so it is.
It's a little cute. So it looks like a little, do you know, from Ghostbusters?
Yeah.
I love that one. It is, of course, a top hat, but you can paper piece these, but I do love a spot of colouring, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. So let's come in first. Let's go in, and this time it is just your ordinary cardstock. You can die cut this into Nina cardstock. I'm not sure if we've got Nina cardstock in stock at the minute. Because the last time I put an order in, Craig, there wasn't any.
Was there not?
No. And I
Nicola
don't like
is
running
on
out.
the
I don't like
ball.
running out of Nina cardstock. I'm not going to lie. Is it not in stock?
Maybe not.
Oh no!
I just
No!
heard that.
No!
Ooh,
No!
it
Oh
might
no!
not
No!
be.
No!
Whenever Nicola goes, ooh. It's either
I
a
used
yes or
ice
no.
blue or true blue. Oh, Debbie, you've used wrong blue. Oh, I'll stick to that for now. For that one, it don't matter. I wanted my true blue for this, but I'll change it up with my next one.
True that.
True blue, do 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 do. Is it a Madonna song, that, isn't it? True blue. Isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it were. Early Madonna.
Yeah. There
Not a lover of the new Madonna.
Something Blue. It's a new song. The other night, me and Mum went to see Twisters. And there's a song in it called Something Blue, or Blue Something.
Was that Twister and horror movie? Or is it
Twister
as in Twister?
is a They say it's a continuation. It's not really of the original Twister.
Which was the stone one, weren't
Yeah,
it?
that's right. Yeah. And it was just amazing. I should just say as well, I know it's easy for me to say that because you guys stateside, a lot of you can, depending on where you are, get some of the most horrendous tornadoes and hurricane and that. But as a film, Debbie, you know, this day and age with the effects and all that you get, it was absolutely brilliant. Really good. Yeah.
Wow.
Couple of little nods to the original, but I would say has nothing to do with the original. It's a perfect standalone. So you can absolutely, Nicola, watch one without watching the other.
I love films like that. I told you earlier when you were telling me about the film going, I cannot wait for Beetlejuice 2.
It's going to be good. Beetlejuice.
Where is he? I want Michael Keaton to come up.
He just appear.
You say 3 times and there he is.
He appears.
I'm really excited because obviously some of the main cast that were from the original film are in this one.
I like it when they do that, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. For me as well, if they bring back some of the original cast, I think there's obviously something good about the film.
Yeah.
You know, if it was like in Beetlejuice, a lot of the high celebs in there as well. Winona Ryder and Catherine O'Hara and, you know, Michael Keaton, etc., etc. So if it's going to be a dud film, they're not going to come back to do it all these years later.
She's the lady from Home Alone, isn't she?
That's right, yeah.
I know, it was bugging me the other day. I was like, I know her face from somewhere, How could I forget that she was in Home Alone?
And
I mean, classic cult film, isn't it? How could I forget that?
Something Creeks on Netflix. Yeah, I can't say that though, Nicola.
I'm not repeating it because I thought, what's she saying in me?
Yes.
Yeah, no.
It's not spelt as the swear word, but
it's
sounds it.
SCHITTS?
Yeah.
Or is it TS? Yeah. Yeah. We'll not say that live on air. No. We'll get cancelled. We're not doing that.
There we go. She's just back after 6 weeks and that's her gone again.
Exactly. So I'm staying put. I'm not going anywhere. I want to be here especially for Friday. I can't wait for that launch. So excited.
And she just can't hide it. And then
What was
we'll
that,
have
Craig?
Benjamin back next week.
I know, I miss him a little.
He's going to be back.
Where is he?
I know he's got a lot of stick, but well-deserved holiday.
Looks like he's having a lovely time.
Does.
It
Yeah.
does.
It really does.
Was he playing cricket out there, though? I did think, because I thought, I'm sure I said he was saying something about Laura frowning on it, because they were watching cricket. I'm like, what? Playing cricket? Watching cricket? What's he been doing over there? Knowing Ben as we know him, he'd get himself right in there, he would, because he loves a bit of cricket, doesn't he?
Oh, he does, yeah. Certainly, because I know he'd done it years ago, but then certainly moving up here the other year with Laura and the kids, he's really, well, even just the last few months, he's really got back into the cricket again, hasn't he?
He has. How are you going on with the gym? Are you still enjoying the gym?
So I've not actually been, Debbie, for maybe month and a half, only because just before that I was just feeling a little bit under the weather, which affected my appetite, and I thought that's not a good thing, not eating and going to the gym.
No.
So I just took a little bit of a break, but up till that point, yeah, I was loving it. I was going every day. I am going to go back soon. I'm just going to rein it in slightly and not quite go back every day. But I have to say as well, I'm very lucky we get to do what we're doing and that, but it's amazing how much it's good for the mind as well.
Yeah.
Never realised until I kind of stopped or put a pause on it as to how good it was for the mind.
Absolutely. Oh, Debbie, you put your dog
Probably
on
why
there,
I'm so
girl.
far behind on Coronation Street as well, because I use the time to catch up
A bit like me, because we
TV.
find other things that take us away from those kind of things. I usually watch everything on my iPad, though, I'm not going to lie. When I'm out and about, that's when I tend to catch up with things. Just the way that we are when we're...
Well, for that hobby maker, and I know you tend to maybe have a couple of nights down there more than me, but, you know, get some food and then just catch up with what we need, don't we?
Absolutely, absolutely. Now then, coloured one of my top hats in. How are we doing for time, Jamie? Think I can colour a bit more? We'll be fine, we'll be fine. We'll colour a little bit more in. Now then, I've got the colours that I'm using here are the ice grey shades.
Okay.
And then thank for our lovely fresh pair of eyes who found me the ice grey blend as well. So because there's 6 different colours in here, not 6 different colours, 6 different shades, which make for a more in-depth, especially with your top hat, which is what I was after. I'm gonna have a colour up my smiley face now. Bye bye. It's so funny when I saw that. I was like, it's a smiley
I know, I'm not
face.
able to unsee it now.
Can't unsee it.
It also reminds me of the hat character from Who Framed Roger Rabbit. There's like a little hat character that
do you know,
jumps about
Craig,
on one of the scenes.
Can I own up?
Have you not seen?
I've never
Who
seen
Framed-
it.
No?
No, I've never watched that film. There's some films that I've never watched.
No.
Shawshank. Oh God, say that close. Shawshank Redemption. Never seen
Redemption.
that one.
Oh, what a film.
I know. I've never seen The Green Mile.
Oh, if you ever do, Debbie, tissues.
Really?
Oh my gosh.
Maybe I might not then, because I don't want to do a sad film.
Good, but it's Tom Hanks just can't do no wrong anyway. But
Well,
the whole
that man
cast.
can't do anything wrong in my eyes. He's just amazing. He's a fabulous, fabulous actor. He really is.
The cast is really, really good. Just to say there as well, so Pat is actually saying, Craig, a girlfriend of mine and I just went to see Twisters yesterday. I agree, it does not have to have, or it does not have anything to do with the original Twister movie. It was so enjoyable, action-packed movie. I'm just amazed, and this is what I thought, with the technology nowadays and making movies, it was so realistic.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. My mum, Nicola, did enjoy it. Yeah, she did indeed.
You went to my favourite place as well. You went into Edinburgh, didn't you?
Sorry?
You didn't go into Edinburgh? Oh,
Durham.
wait, no. Was it Durham you went into?
Oh, it was Durham,
I thought you
yeah.
were Edinburgh.
No.
I thought you took her to... When I saw that picture, I thought, maybe outside Edinburgh Castle.
No, that was just in the backdrop of Durham Cathedral.
Was it?
But I do always say that Durham reminds me of the smaller part of Old Edinburgh. It's got that feel to it.
I love Edinburgh. What a gorgeous
Snap.
place that is.
But yeah, I think that's why I love Durham so much as well. Because it just although Edinburgh's not my hometown, it's still home to me. And it just reminds me of being away back there.
Oh, well, I mean, it takes some beating for Cornwall Day. Every time you go up there, I get jealous and thinking I need to go up there and see it because it looks so beautiful.
Beach is nice.
Yeah.
Beach is nice.
Just the beach?
I know it's my hometown. There's a little, I suppose it's like anywhere, Debbie. There's some places a little bit run down. We need to just, shops have closed and, and the way that the world is at the moment, not a lot of people are able to invest in opening up shops, and it's a lovely town. I do love it. But certainly the walks that you can go on, the golf course, the beach, surrounding area, walkways to Arbroath and Dundee and all of those, yeah, absolutely beautiful.
I've just seen time. So sorry, Craig. I looked up at the time and then I thought,
No, that's okay.
Oh, I'm like, Craig. Right, I'll just pop and stop there for a second because time is of the essence. But you can kind of see how you can bring these to life. Now, the only difference that I've done with my finished piece, Craig, is I added a little bit of my white gel pen.
Okay.
And I coloured the middle because I wanted it to be less, because I've got a bit of colour there, I wanted it to be less harder. Is that the right word? I wanted it to be softer. So this softened it by adding the ice grey blend into the centre and just going round with a deeper shade. And like I said, the only difference, as you can see, I've put like where the tash is, I've just put the little gel pen onto there. And I have stamped the top bloke in this one, so we're going to pop that into that middle as well.
Love the way that this stands out.
So popping that on, and then again, you can, straight away when you said that about the name places and things like that, could be for things like parties, weddings, anything like that. You could be having these. You could have all the men in top hats and all the women in the floral one, that lovely floral
great
one.
idea.
So lots of lovely ways that you can be using it. Now, I've done one of me wedge boxes. I actually measured, and if I remember rightly, I did it to it was a full sheet of A4, but chopped it down to 6.5 inches. Put my score line in the centre, and then from the centre part of that down to the bottom score line to create that wedge box. I think we've got lots of videos on how you can create that wedge box. Ultimate Pro, can I just tell you, makes life easy. You can make any size wedge box onto there. And the reason I chose this one is because it literally is super easy to do, but a really nice size for the topper. And I say the topper, but I've actually used me dies, again, my circular nesting dies this time. I just need to punch a little bit of a hole into the side. Who are we deciding who wins what, and am I deciding which cards I'm giving away?
So we've got a name, or we've got two names.
Have you?
And I think it was Pat that also asked if myself and yourself would be able to sign them.
So that again?
So it was Pat that was asking whoever wins them if me and you would sign them.
Oh, of course, yeah, if that's what you want. I mean, is that what you've been doing? Yeah.
Did I sign them last week, Nicola? No. If we were, as I said at the start of the show, I didn't know whether we were giving them away last week.
Now I'm going to put some ribbon through that. How much time have I got? I'll put the ribbon in a second. Just because I know what I'm like with ribbon. Takes a while to get my little nails going. Actually, I'm going to lift that off even more. Foam pads, Debbie, where are the foam pads? Don't panic now, it's not nearly over. Oh, where did 2 hours go, Craig?
The fly in, don't
I
they?
am literally, I panic. I go into like speed crafty mode right at the very end, and I don't want to, but I've got needs must. So I'm going to pop that into the centre of there again, and then lift my foam pads, give it even more depth and dimension. And I better remember this when I'm choosing which cards I'm going to send out. I think I'll do the festive one. Do you know where there's 9 reindeers? Shall I do him?
Yeah.
That'll be one. Now then, toss up between, I think I might do Love Heart.
You do which one?
Yeah, I think I'll do the Love Heart.
I'm just thinking, Debbie, as a tag for presents as well, that circle that you've done, that would be good for a tag.
Absolutely. So what I'm going to do with this is thread some ribbon through there, but you get the idea. So in your box making, you could be using these, just literally pop whatever it is that you want to pop in your little wedge box. But of course, just use your sentiments for whatever occasion, name tags, lovely things in terms of all the different occasions that they cover as well. And I think, yeah, definitely, Craig, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give away this one, showing you how you can go really big and use other things in your crafty stash. And we'll go with the festive as well. So they'll be the 2 giveaway cards that we're going to do. And yeah, I've really enjoyed this. It's been lovely being back. I always love it back up here. It's been lovely being back. And I hope I've shown you just a few different ways that you can use them. And like I said, you can see from the plethora of cards at the side of me, those that I showed you at the beginning, I love the idea of matching envelopes with matching cards and having those sentiments on there. Absolutely phenomenal.
Awesome. Brilliant. Thank you so much for that one, Debbie. Just before I read out the winner's name, let's have a quick look at our brand new Showstopper, where you're going to get all 12 sets. Winter Snowfall, Presents and Baubles. You're getting Festive Village. You're also getting Sleigh Ride. You're getting your With Love on Valentine's. You're also going to be getting Happy Easter. You're also going to be getting That Fall Feeling. Also going to be getting your sentiment frames. You're also then going to be getting Happy Mother's Day. You're also then going to be getting your celebration time. You're going to be getting your champagne celebration. And then you're also going to be getting, last but by no means least, best birthday wishes. £96 or $126, saving of 20% on today's launch, but your platinum price comes out at $76.80 or $100.80. Right, just before we come at the end of the show, the 2 winners. So the first one is going to be Darcel Boyle and then Rebecca Dancer. Congratulations. You just need to email your details, name and address to cctvprizes@crafterscompanion.co.uk.
We've got to give Rebecca Dancer, we've got to give her the Christmas one.
Yes,
because that's the name of one of the reindeers, isn't it, Dancer? We've got to give Rebecca the reindeer one.
Yes.
Yes, we'll give Rebecca that one and the other lovely lady.
Just to say as well, before you show that, Debbie, it was CTV prizes, not CCTV prizes. Sorry, Debbie, we've got craft along later on.
Yes, craft along. So we're going to be doing... Now, I know I've got only an hour. Please excuse me, I thought I had to. But we're going to create... I'll tell you what, we might not get it all finished, but we will have a go at using those gorgeous... I mean, they're absolutely beautiful, these dies. So I had to use a snow angel, of course, because she's just fabulous. But I will take you through how we're going to create that.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Remember, as always, you can always go back on our Crafters TV YouTube channel, watch past any of the shows, and of course you can go back and watch this launch day. We will be back live at 5 for that 1 hour craft along, myself, Debbie and the team. See you then.